Hi, first of all, congratulations on Away.
Thank you.
And I wanted to start this off by saying you got to work with one of my dear friends, Dean Devlin, on Geostorm.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh
I've
my
known Dean
gosh,
for a
that feels
while.
like a blast from the past, but kind of a similar concept.
It is. Tell me a little bit about Alexis and your approach to her character.
Alexis is a very strong-willed, stubborn, but also caring and independent individual. I think she cares so much about her dad that she's willing to not always express how she feels and be emotional around him because she's worried that he'll worry about her and have something else to stress about. And she wants him to be able to recover and not always have something on his mind. And so I think she's a very selfless person in general. That's probably the one word I would use to describe her.
She's a great daughter.
She really is. She makes me want to be a better one.
I imagine being a young actor and working as much as you have, every set is a master class. I mean, you must learn so much from somebody like Hilary Swank.
Definitely. That's one of my favorite parts of being an actress, honestly, is getting to work with such talented people. And I feel like when I joined Away, I didn't know everyone who was going to be involved. I didn't even know Josh Charles was going to be involved. And then getting to go on set was just like such a beautiful and fun experience because I don't know, it was just like each scene changed with what each actor brought to it. The dynamic changed each time. And that's my favorite thing is being able to improvise with someone and just know like that you're fully in a scene together. And both Josh and Hillary did that effortlessly.
Was it the kind of set where you can talk to the writers about your character if you have other, maybe an idea or something? Are they open to that? The director as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, that was really, really cool. It was probably the first set I would say I've ever really been able to do that on because I turned 18 on this set. So normally I feel like most people treat me as like a kid and whatever, but I kind of went into this wanting to be respected as an adult. And I feel like people feel the need and the pressure to like guide child actors. And now that I'm an adult, I wanted to be able to just kind of figure it out on my own. And Josh was he really liked that he could go to the writers. So he would do that a lot and discuss things with them. And it made it easier for me to do that too. And then we developed such a close relationship with the creators and the writers that it was very, we did it like every scene. Basically, we were like, well, what do you think of this? Well, what if we change this a little bit, twist it around this way? And so it just became such a fun process where we all got to like put in our 2 cents.
I'm glad that was such a good experience for you as well, because that doesn't come around all that often when you can do
Yeah.
that. Our time is so limited. I have to say goodbye, but I love your character.
Thank you so
She
much.
is it's like an onion. She's got so many layers, and I can't wait to really see what happens next with her.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy. That's my favorite thing as an actress is hearing that.
Thank you, and have a great, great day.
You as well, Tony.
And congratulations on such a wonderfully written. As I said before, it's not a derogatory. It's a space opera. This is really a great drama, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, the writing is fantastic. It's so rich. We're so used to space occupying a certain sort of dramatic tone, and this sort of flips it on its head. And I think that's a testament to Jason Kadam's vision and Jessica Goldberg and Andrew Hindraker's like sort of rich character development, which is what attracted me to the part. I just was like, I get to be a part of this. Awesome.
Yeah, and I think the characters are just so well defined. Your character, first of all, Otto is he's the novice. We're watching this through your eyes, basically.
Right. And I think that's an interesting thing because Kwesi Kwesi is always sort of a fish out of water, right? He's a Ghanaian English Jewish person who is now the first botanist who is a botanist in space. And I think that for me, playing the role, I tried to sort of under-prepare each scene just so I'm hearing the information for the first time. And that helped my sort of reaction time and the organicness of what I was reacting to. And of course, having just fantastic scene partners made that way easier for me.
Ray, your character, man, there's so many layers to him. Was that what attracted you to the role?
Yeah, absolutely. I think first of all, it was the script that attracted me to the role, what the story was saying, and the people involved. That was the first thing that sort of hit home with me. And then Ram as a character, yeah, there's a sense of mystery about him. He's mysterious, and we learn little bits of it in this season, and why he is like that, why he acts like he does, and the sort of traumas of his past. His sense of loneliness, his loss of family, his inability to love. But there's so much more there to be stripped back and to learn about him. And hopefully if we move further, we can explore that even more.
And he's got a connection with Hilary Swank's character too, about the family. She is, really, really missing her family. You're not quite that way, are you?
Yeah, there's a sort of a juxtaposition there where, I mean, he's in incredible admiration of who she is. And of course, they have a deeper relationship than maybe the other crew members, because Ram is the person in charge of psychologically evaluating the other crew members. So he knows stuff that other people may not know, or he gets into the heart of how she feels about certain things. So there is that. There's that relationship as well as, I mean, it's a real dichotomy, because she is his commander, yet he is informed of everyone's personal problems and feelings on the ship. And so again, it just adds layers to Ram as a character and what he has to deal with.
The series, Otto, is really a microcosm of what we're experiencing here on Earth. I mean, we have all of these countries, all of these people, different walks of life, all thrown together in a coffee pot, heading out into space. What do you say to that? I mean, that's, again, one of the enthralling things about this series.
Right. Yeah. And the realization that all of these people have to come together despite their differences, and they have to strip down all their boundaries to be able to endeavor to be able to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish, which is the same exact thing we have to do here, right? There's no way we're getting out of COVID without all of us dropping all of our crap and holding hands and agreeing to cooperate and bringing a diversity of ideas and a diversity of solutions to a really, really awful and dangerous problem. And so I think we sort of didn't anticipate a pandemic coming, but this is a lesson that we could all learn.
In our final few seconds, Ray, I'm going to give you the last word. The series really represents us, doesn't it?
I think so. I think it also represents what a positive message that I think we could all learn from, about in space, there are no borders. When you look back down onto Earth, it's a completely man-made idea. And different cultures, different races, different types of people can come together for the greater good if we're willing to do that. And I hope that it puts that message out into the world.
Thank you both. It was a pleasure to meet and talk with you, and it's an amazing show. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
It's a weird way to talk to people. I'm still getting used to it.
Same here.
Well, first of all, congratulations on Away. What an amazingly well-written drama this is, and it's just really engaging. Mark, I'll start with you. I mean, what's it like to do a space opera like this?
I love the opera metaphor, because it has something. It has a grandeur to it that you don't see in many productions, and I loved every moment of it. And I have to say that I was I was a little cautious and a little when I read the script and the first few scripts, I was like, they're trying to put so many things into this, and it's going to be so heightened, and it might be over melodramatic, and I was a little anxious about it. And I have to say that when I started watching first episodes, I was extremely relieved, because it really has that opera. I love it, the opera metaphor, opera, but in a good sense. It's heightened, but it's also real, and it grabs you, and it works emotionally in a really deep way. So it was a pleasure.
When you do something like this, Vivian, you have this microcosm of humanity. You have all these nations represented, and people are trying to get along. It really is a metaphor for what we're trying to do here on the earth.
Precisely. The show is coming out at a great time. It's so timely. It's unbelievable where we are going through right now, the planet Earth, and this show's message kind of is like it doesn't, the like 5 astronauts like us, not necessarily we are each other's most favorite person, yet we are together, we are working towards one common goal. So this is a great message, and then I'm hoping that the viewers will be inspired by it.
Are the sets claustrophobic for you?
For me, the sets were grand. In fact, no, it didn't feel claustrophobic to me at all. In fact, I couldn't get enough of those trips going, different cabins and different little little sections. It just so
Same
much
here.
fun. It was really fun.
It's same here, though I have to say I remember other actors talking about having some kind of a sort of claustrophobic reaction. So I think it's a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think audiences? I want to ask Vivian for what do you think audience is going to pull from Away?
I think audience will have all these connections to different characters, because it's not only these 5 astronauts, but also the family, their loved ones that they left behind on Earth, and also those great scientists and in the control room. So all the stories would unfold as it goes, and you will uncover so much history of theirs, and the problems they have to conquer in order to achieve this mission. And they will also, anybody who has left their home before or are going to, will get so much from watching Away, because it covered so much in the world. I think.
Our time is so short. I am so sorry, Mark. I would love to hear from you, but we'll do it again. I promise.
Of course.
Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I love the show. It is just so much fun.
Thank you so much, Tony.
This celebrity interview is sponsored by.
I'm Annette Civarella with Pia Anderson Moss Hoyt, Utah's leading entertainment law firm, serving clients nationwide. We provide solid, attentive representation focusing on minimizing risk, reducing cost, and protecting the reputation and privacy of our clients. Our goal is to provide you with the legal representation you need to make the right decisions and to protect you and your creative works. Call or email me for a free consultation.